Hi there, I'm Claudio Pergolizzi, and today we're going to be learning about the Qing Dynasty. Let's get to it. The Qing Dynasty, or the Manchu Dynasty, lasted from 1644 AD to 1911 AD. The Manchus ruled during the Qing Dynasty. They were a tribe of foreigners from northeastern China. They adopted the same type of government used by the Ming Dynasty, which was a monarchy. Now, the military of the Qing Dynasty was one of the best formed through all the dynasty's armies. They formed this banner system that was extremely loyal to the emperor. The emperor owned this military group, in fact. I would like to welcome our guest today. He is a Harvard graduate and a historian. He's going to be talking about the Opium War, and which we'll explain right now. So, if we could all give him a round of applause. Yes, great to meet you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. Hello there, everybody. I'm a historian, graduated from Harvard. So, let me explain to you what the Opium War was. So, there was a great influence in the West felt in China around 1817. Great Britain especially was interested in trading with China for silk and tea. However, the British did not have anything to import to China until they began importing opium. This was devastating to China. Many Chinese became addicted to opium, and the land that had previously been used for food began to produce opium. Also, a large amount of Chinese money left the country in payment for the opium. That's a lot of money. Finally, in 1839, the opium trade was abolished. This set off war with Great Britain that came to be known as the Opium Wars. They confiscated about 20,000 chests of opium. You can tell that this not only angered the British, but they were ready for war. Overall, the British had about 19,000 troops, and the Qing had about 200,000 men. Only 69 killed and 450 wounded for the UK, but the Chinese had about 18,000 to 20,000 casualties. The British had a huge advantage over the Chinese because of the vast inventory of guns. There were actually two Opium Wars, but did not take place till 1856. And finally, in 1842, China was forced to sign a Treaty of Nanking, in which Great Britain received Hong Kong, and ports were open to European trade. So, me and my colleagues were talking earlier, and he wanted to come on to the show. So let's now go back to 1661, and talk about some of Qing Dynasty's greatest achievements. In 1661, Emperor Kangxi, or his real name, Ashin Hui Luo Xin, controlled the dynasty longer than any ruler. He became the emperor when he was actually 7. A few replacements ruled his empire until he became 15 and decided to take his power. He then imprisoned these guys and moved on. Very soon, people realized that he was a very hard-working emperor because he was setting policy for the empire and stabilized almost all of China. Some of his policies were great accomplishments through his ruling. So, before we get into these important policies, let me just grab something. Hey, I'm back. Sorry, I just need a little refreshment here. Daily donuts of OJ, you know what I'm talking about? Alright, so where did I leave off? Oh yeah, the policies. Alright, so some of these policies that the court carefully controlled commerce, that they would give a monopoly to big important industries. Another main policy was for territorial expansion. He traded with the Europeans, but at the same time, he tried stopping their expansion. So, he's like, hi there, I would like to trade with you, but we're trying to, we need more land anyways. This is China. Still, I don't blame the guy. I would want more land too. But what he did is that he made the economy improve, and also then the population started to grow. He had new crops to grow for the poor, like peanuts and potatoes. That's pretty good. And the poor are getting some food. And that's a good emperor. That's what I would say, good emperor. Well, that's all for today, everybody, on this episode. I will see you next time, or as the Chinese say, Yi Ho Zi Ai Jian. See you again.